What is going on, guys? It's your boy Greg back with the Super 6, man, and welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to feature some the wife's new whip and show you guys some of the features on it. And just in case you're in the market for an SUV, you might like some of the things that you might see on this one. She absolutely loves it. So I just want to do a little review on it and give you guys some ideas on some of the features it has. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so it is a 2021 Kia Telluride, and man, let me tell you, we actually had no intentions on getting a 2021 nothing. It was we actually went in for a used Mazda CX-9, and while the sales guy was retrieving the key for the CX-9, we actually were standing in the showroom and saw this one, and she immediately fell in love with it. And for the price they were asking for this one, we actually came out better than getting that used one. So getting that used CX-9, so we actually came out a lot better. So, but we actually pretty much got forced into the market when her 2001 Toyota 4Runner went down on her one morning. She left for work back in early December, and she called me about 5 minutes later saying she heard a loud bang from underneath the hood and smelled smoke and oil, and come to find out it had thrown a rod. So it was actually low on oil, and we didn't know it, but it didn't give any indication on the instrument cluster that it was low on oil. But anyway, ended up throwing a rod and knocking a hole in the block. But luckily, the mechanic that we had servicing this car, since we had it, I was able to put another engine in it for a really good cost, and we just ended up, keeping it. So, but it's actually a good thing because we're going to keep this one around to have as a third vehicle, and it's four-wheel drive, and it's fully loaded. This is a limited edition 4Runner. They're very rare. They're really hard to come by nowadays in really good condition, so we're just going to hold on to it. But back to this Kia. Now, I don't know what color green this is. It is like a metallic army green, and it is obviously it's not the Nightfall edition, so that Nightfall has some blacked out wheels and some other goodies on the appearance, but this is actually the S model, so the S trim with the standard V6. And surprisingly, man, this one has quite a few options on it, being one of the lower trims for this manufacturer. For Kia in this size and this class SUV, you won't find this much truck or this much SUV in any other maker without going upwards of 45, 50K. So you actually get a lot of options, a lot of truck in this trim level for way less than 40,000. So so that was just a deal that we just couldn't pass up. So let me show you it from the back. And it actually has a really nice high SUV-like stance. That was very important to her. She didn't want anything that was sitting low. A lot of these SUVs now are on car chassis. They feel like cars on the inside and look like a car on the outside, but we wanted an SUV and we wanted it to feel and look like one. But looking from the back, that nice high stance, you get a dual exhaust tip in it. I thought that looked really sporty. Some of the other trim levels I've seen had just a solid rear diffuser and a little old tailpipe that sticks out in the back, which looks so uncool. But I'm really glad this one had the dual tip on it. That was a very nice appearance feature there. So I was really glad with that. Also comes standard with rear backup sensors and some nice Kia badging there. There's a spoiler and a shark fin antenna on the back. Thought it looked really nice. Kind of like a sport appearance package. Now this one doesn't have, this trim level here doesn't have the automatic lift gate, which was really important to her when she was in the market for an SUV. But like I said, the options and the size of this one, we just couldn't pass it up. And according to Kia, we can actually add it. The button's already on the key fob, so we're going to actually just add it. All right, now looking in the back, it actually has a lot of cargo room, a lot of cargo space, and this is one of her most favorite features here is this little compartment here. She keeps all her bags and stuff here. You can put your grocery bags and things in here, so you don't have to worry about them rolling around in this back cargo area while you're driving home. So you can actually fit a whole trip's worth of groceries in here and don't have to worry about things clanging together or breaking or rolling around back here. So that's one of the things that she really liked that she didn't have in our other SUV. Also back here are some second row seat buttons where you can actually let those seats down. So now if you're loading something in the back through here and you need a little bit of extra room, so you can actually push this remote button here for the second row seat, and then those go down that way. And then there's another one over here. Also, you get an extra 12-volt outlet for the back, for charging. If you move up here a little bit, this is the USB ports for this third row. Yes, it is equipped with third row seating, so that was standard as well. So let's go around front. Now it does have a remote start, so remote start was standard for what we paid. And I guess while we're on the outside, let's take a look at some of the outside features here. It has 20-inch 245 Pirelli tires. I was really surprised to see Pirelli tires on here, so it's a really good set of tires. 245 50R20 tires, alloy wheels, 4-piston brakes, I believe. And I'm gonna go ahead and just start it up. I don't have it locked so I can remote start it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it on here so we can talk a little bit more about the outside. All right, and one of the things that caught my attention was the design and the styling of it. I really like those halos. I've seen some Tellurides with the yellow halos on it. I actually like the white ones, and so I think those look better, especially with this color. And the idea that it's nice and wide, got that big nice SUV look. Very nice design Kia has there. Really like it. Believe it or not, these Tellurides, when we got this one in December, there was actually a waiting list for Tellurides. The dealers couldn't keep them on the lot. There was this one that was in the showroom, and there was about 6 other Tellurides on the lot. Several white ones, a black one, and I think there was another one this color, if I'm not mistaken. But all those Tellurides were spoken for. And so I'm surprised that no one actually grabbed this one. It was, probably because the lift, it didn't come with the lift gate and that sort of thing. But we just thought it was just a great deal. But we were just glad lucky to have grabbed this one. But love the design on it. Love all the outside features. Let's go ahead. Let me show you the inside here first. Now, another thing that was important to her was third row seating. And you do get third row seating in this one. So all you do is pull up on this strap, and then you can let your third row up in the back. Same thing on this one. See if I can reach over here. There we go. And then that completes your third row. All right. All right, so now you actually have seating for 8. You can get a little person in the middle there. And then another thing that I liked about this was the captain's chairs. So you don't get a back seat, you get actually captain's chairs. And these are so comfortable. I actually prefer to ride back here when I'm not driving, because it is awesomely comfortable. All leather, interior, standard. Like I said, captain's chairs. So let's get on the inside here. So sitting in the second row passengers can have temperature control here in the ceiling. I thought this was really neat to put it in the ceiling. So you can turn on your temperature control. You have to turn it on up here. And then the buttons are here. So you got your temperature control, 1 to 6, hot to cool, the off button, and here your airflow buttons, 3 airflow buttons, and then your fan button, 1 to 6. Here's the third row lighting there. Your vents are in the roof, kind of like in the airplane cabin, right above your head, so that cool or warm air can blow right on you. You can adjust the fan and the direction of the airflow, so that's really cool. You have one of those on each side. Also some for the third row. We pretty much keep those closed because there's nobody riding back there at the moment, but so a very nice feature there. Down here you have another 12-volt power supply, and then your USB charging ports are in the seat here, so you have one on each side for your second row passengers. All right, and then from here it gives you a nice shot of the cabin up front. Very roomy. You know, you get a lot of room in these things. So a nice wide shot there. And of course, cup holders here for the second row seating, second row passengers. So we're going to move up front, and then I'll show you guys some features from the driver's seat. All right, so sitting in the driver's seat, and I've got to admit, this is a very comfortable ride. The seats are very plush, and you know, it just kind of grabs you, and they're just really comfortable. And it sits nice and high, just like an SUV should. One of the smoothest rides that we've been driving it now for, well, since December, and it's now March, and it's just been one of the most comfortable, smoothest rides ever. You know, even smoother than my Charger. I mean, it's just really, really comfortable and smooth. And then let's look at some of the features down here. So starting here to my left, you have your interior lighting dimmer here, and then this button is your blind spot control monitoring here for off and on. That's the feature that goes into the mirror there. That when that little light lights up, that means somebody's in your blind spot. This is lane assist button off and on. So if you have someone, or if you were actually to veer out of your lane, the steering wheel will vibrate, and you also have an alarm that goes off as well too, to keep you safe from there. This is, of course, your traction control button, and looking over here, your, you know, just like any other car, here's your window control, child safety lock, and window control, not rear view mirror, but side view mirror, window control there. On your steering wheel, just, you know, some standard buttons, voice command control there. Here's your phone buttons, and then your modes. These are your toggle switches for your volume and your modes for that. Over here you have your page button. So this is the button for your instrument cluster pages. So if you push this button, you can actually toggle through some settings here. So that's what that is for there. This is your smart cruise control button. So if you have cruise control set, you know, on a trip, or if you're on the highway or anything like that, the smart cruise control can accelerate or decelerate, or without pressing the accelerator or the brake, depending on what kind of traffic's in front of you. So if somebody's in front of you, it'll automatically slow down, or if no one's in front of it, it'll automatically speed up as well. So that's a really nice feature. Of course, your cruise control here, your regular cruise control here. So looking down here, it does come standard with seat heaters. Now the models that have seat coolers, that will be also right here. So you have the seat heaters up top, and then you have the seat coolers here. So your settings 1 to 3 for your seat heaters, and then of course your regular temperature controls and your radios up here. Very nice infotainment system. It did come standard with Apple CarPlay and Android CarPlay. Now, being that we had older phones, we actually have to use, because our phones are old, so we have some older Androids, so we actually have to plug it in to actually access the Android CarPlay, but it works. So when we update our phones, it will be wireless. It does have rear view backup. So rear view backup was standard. Looking up here, I know I'm kind of going out of order here, but I meant to say this earlier. The sunroof was standard. While I'm up here, here's the interior lighting button, roadside assistant, and this is the UVO system here, and this is the information button here. So this allows you to connect to your phone and control certain features from your cell phone for the car. And then also this button here acts as a information center, so you can, it's kind of like Google in the car using your phone. So that's what that is, an information button for finding gas stations and restaurants and that sort of thing. It doesn't have navigation, so so that button will pretty much come in handy. All right, so again, down here, again, you have your volume and tuning button here, and then here's your other infotainment buttons here. So you do have buttons here as well as the touch screen. So coming down here, you have your drive mode button. So when you twist this, now you can change to Eco, Comfort, Sport, or Smart. So you just press the button and then select whichever one you want. So that's pretty cool. Down here is your buttons for deactivating the engine off button when you're sitting in traffic, and these new cars now shut the engine off. If you don't want that feature on, you can just push this button to deactivate it. This is your auto hold button for holding the brake pedal down while you're sitting in traffic for long periods of time. Then of course your parking brake button is here, and this is your rear backup alarm button. So this controls the sensitivity of your rear backup buttons when you're backing into the garage or whatever. So that's what that button is for there. So just a lot of nice features. And of course you have cup holders and stuff and a lot of storage space. I really like these handles here too. You know, it feels more like a truck, you know, with little stuff like this. So I thought that was a very awesome design here. Down here you have your extra USB. This is for your Apple Android Play here, and then here's another 12-volt power supply in there. So you got plenty of power supply buttons and USB ports. The audio system is really good in here. I don't know who the maker of who the maker of the audio system. It just says Telluride on the speakers, but whoever they got to do their interior audio did an amazing job. It sounds really, really nice. So everything, you know, about the car, she absolutely loves. And also how roomy it is in the back. Again, like I said, seating for 8, you know, which is really, really good. So once again, a lot of nice features, a lot of room, a lot of SUV for the price. You know, just everything. We actually haven't been disappointed yet, and we don't expect to be. So if you or your significant other is in the market for an SUV, you know, consider the Telluride. A lot of nice features. Again, this is the S trim. It's one of the lower trims, but we got actually a lot of nice features for the price. These start at $40,000, $39,40, but actually the sticker price on this one, which was, you know, attracted me to it, was $35,000. And I had to take a second look. I was like, wow, this much truck, because I was almost sure it was going to be, you know, at least 40. So, you know, we were able to get it for that price. They were trying to charge us, the going price for them at that time was 37, 38, something like that, 39. And we actually had to roll around with them to get the price that was on the sticker. And, you know, they didn't remove the sticker when the car came in. So whatever the price was on the sticker, that's what we were going to pay. And I can't believe we actually had to roll around with them on that. So, you know, make sure you check that out and do your research before you go in. and you should come out pretty clean. But like I said, we love it. It is the most smooth, most comfortable riding SUV in a very quiet cabin. And I noticed this when we went into Atlanta the other day. Just quiet and smooth. Nothing but good things to say about it. And that's not being biased. It's actually experiencing the car for 3 months and seeing everything, experiencing everything that it had to offer. So, you know, we love it. So if you have any questions about it, you know, just drop me a line down in the comments section. Give me a like on this video. And I appreciate you guys joining me. And we're going to be back doing stuff on the Super 6. And this was actually a Christmas gift for the wife. You know, we had the big red bow and everything. So she really was happy to get it. So, you know, the Super 6 is going to be around for a minute. So, but we'll see. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for coming back and sticking with me. And I'll get at you guys later. Peace.